it's an intervention that we have particularly to fast-track people with high potential leaders within Sasol, and we fast-track them to fill senior management positions, and that's the process. It's actually an employment equity intervention, and currently we have 15 candidates. It's a 2-year program, and in the process we want to develop a whole person and also introduce them to all facets of the Sasol business.
Order number 1 is going once. Order number 2 is going again. Order number 1 is gone. Order number 4. Order number 4. Order number 4. Order number 4. Order number 4 is going. On. Ooh. Right. Marley is quoting 5 at 14 million. We have got here Sia quoting 5 at 13 million. The delivery month is the first month. The delivery month is the second month.
At 14.
But that is 60 days, and that's an extra 60 days. So this is 1 month slower. So they get a 5% advantage. 5% on 14 is 0.7. It brings them down to 13.3. Doesn't beat 13. So 3 for 90. 3.9 million and 3.9 million. The other team has also shown an increase in their EBITDA, where they've gone from 20 to 22%. They have actually reduced their cash fixed costs by 9.8% reduction. So, Yaka, how did you manage that?
What we did in our strategy is actually stick in our home market, stick with what works for us, and we found it is doing well. When all our competitors were going out, we knew that we still have a supply because we had planning upfront. We knew what is required for the year. Therefore, we stick with that, and which actually saved us a lot in costs.
And so managed to previously produce 2 million and have now actually increased their profitability by 25%, taking it from 4% of sales up to 6% of sales.
Before we decided anything, we said let's do some market research. So we wanted to find out what the market potential was. And once we knew what the market potential was, we said we could see that there was a market for blues emerging. Mm-hmm. So we experimented, we put in a medium machine, and the market started taking up. So we then expanded from the medium to a large machine. At the same time, the market for yellows was picking up. From the first to the third quarter, it was going up in a linear fashion. So we expanded, we changed 2 small machines, started expanding into other markets. Because we could, where we could charge a premium when nobody else had gone into, so we could dominate those markets, and you also get a 10% premium for being a market leader. So if you add that 10% to that 10%, that gives us a 20% advantage over our competition.
What numbers we're getting in Sasol, because we understand the numbers in the business ourselves. And we can see that Sasol, as a business, is hitting an activity ratio of 1.1, was hitting reasonable operating margins, and therefore was hitting quite a good return on capital employed. Sasol's gross margin, 39%.
You must know the name of the game, with the rules, where you are, who the guys are competing with. What makes the business tick?
You need to research and understand the environment, understand what's affecting the environment, understand if you go to a market, to develop a market, what needs to be done and when to do it. The timing.
And understand your margins in the market. Yes. 3 documents that drive a business: an income statement, a balance sheet, and a cash flow. Now, some companies had a bit of a problem on their trading side last time, and as a result of it has consumed heavy chunks of cash flow, and they've seen their gearing go from 0.05 up to 0.5 and starting to push some of the limits from a gearing point of view. It'll be interesting to see whether they can get themselves out of the trouble or not.
been a great experience for me because I've obviously in my function only been involved from a financing perspective. So the course has actually given me a perspective of the other entities, other sectors within the Sasol or within general business.
Hi, I'm Jay Reddy. I'm the sales manager for Sasol Polymers Chemicals Division. Learned a hell of a lot, particularly how the other bits of Sasol work. And I think this course is very interesting.
For me, this has been a great learning because I'm not actually very involved in the business part of things. But I think the greatest learning for me is that business basically is an integrated entity.
I think the course has helped me tremendously, and it has definitely put the simplicity in all the complexity in terms of my understanding, and I think it just gives a good perspective in terms of the total integrated approach at which a business is run.
I actually found this course to be very, very useful for me and very valuable because especially we are able to now interpret the Sasol financial statements and they make sense now to me.
So I think the intervention was really fabulous, and we would definitely want to continue this relationship with business today.
Okay, from my point of view, and from Business Today's point of view, I'd like to thank you for having spent the time with us. I'd like to just make the point that you actually can make a difference in the business, and you are the future leadership of Sasol.